Hello and welcome to Home Capital's series on home ownership. Buying your first home can be a daunting task, and in this series we simplify the entire process for you. The next important step is shortlisting the developer. To help you do a quick recap, you would have set a budget for your property by now. You would have finalized what are the various features I would need in the new house that I want, and then the next step is going to be to check out the developers in the location which you have finalized as a part of your step 2. There are 4 major factors that you would look for in a developer. The first one being you would want to pick that developer who suits your requirements in terms of what all you need in a property. Then you would look for whether the developer has been on time in delivering his previous projects. The next one is to actually identify the project of your choice and then take the next steps towards finalizing your first house. And before you do that, you would also want to do some research about the developer's history in terms of how long has he been in this business. Let's look at each of these steps one after another. You would want to choose a developer who suits your needs. If you have certain requirements of certain kind of property that you want, are you looking for a premium based property? Are you looking for a property which has a fantastic location? Are you looking for a property which has certain amenities? Right? Depending on your requirements, you would like to choose a developer who specializes in those kind of properties. That is why it's always a good idea not to compromise on the developer just to save a little extra money. Without fail, the developer that you choose should be a RERA registered developer. We will talk about the benefits of RERA in a bit. When you finalize a developer, you would want to ensure that he has a considerable history in terms of delivering residential real estate projects. Somebody who is known to construct warehouses, if he gets into development of real estate, residential real estate today, you may want to keep a check whether it's the right one for you to pick or no. Finally, the financial stability of the builder is of paramount importance to ensure that the project is completed on time and delivered to you within the timeline that he promises. While timely completion of the project is extremely important, equally important is the quality of construction. When you walk into a particular premises where a certain building is being constructed, you can look for those areas where you can figure out how good or how bad the quality of construction is, how well the interiors are being done. It's always okay to talk to the developer and ask him what is the quality of cement being used, what is the name of the company whose interior products are going to be used, what is the tiling which is going to be used in the particular house. You are completely free to ask these questions and satisfy yourself before you finalize the developer. It is not a bad idea to look at the other properties which the developer has made, make a visit to those properties which would have been delivered by him 2, 3, 5 years back, and talk to the residents there in terms of are they facing any problems with respect to the house they had purchased 5 years back. It's extremely important to do your due diligence because once you have purchased a house, you're not going to change it every day, and it's difficult to start complaining about certain lacuna when you did not do your due diligence. A very good idea to visit the earlier projects of the developer and take feedback from the residents there. While you look at the various factors concerning the property you want to finalize, you would want to go back and have a look at the history of the developer. You would want to know how long has he been in the business. The longer, the better, because that shows that he has an experience and he would have had a good execution record because of which he stayed in the business for such a long time. You would also want to check whether he has a history of delivering projects in the city that you plan to buy the project. If a developer who's a specialist in Bangalore decides to start a construction activity in Chennai, whether he would be successful or no, that only time will say, because of the various factors that affect every locality that somebody expertises in. If somebody is new in the city, you would want to give a second thought on whether you should go ahead with that developer or not. And finally, you want to look at how many projects the developer has delivered. The more the number of projects is delivered on time, better is the history of the developer, because that shows that he's been good at delivering a lot of projects and delivering them on time. Now that you've shortlisted the various factors that you need, the various amenities that you need for your property, you've kind of narrowed down on the developer who would fulfill your requirements. The next step is to identify a suitable property or start shortlisting suitable properties. How do you do this is very straightforward. You go to the offering section of the website of Home Capital, which is homecapital.in/offering. You have a large array of properties there listed from reputed builders. You can look at those properties there and start filtering the properties based on the location you want and the amenities a particular property offers. Once you have a shortlist in place, discuss the same with your family and friends. Take their feedback on, especially if you have senior members in the family who have already owned a house or who have owned multiple houses, they can give you good feedback on what are the things you should give higher weightage on when you are finalizing the property. Obviously, when you shortlist the project, it has to be done based on your budget, based on the area locality you finalized, based on the area you would want, keeping in mind the requirements of your family and your lifestyle considerations. Let's take the example of Mr. and Mrs. Sharma again. We had seen that they had finalized a budget of 80.35 lakhs, and then they started looking for properties in the Thane region, which is in the suburbs of Mumbai, and they shortlisted 3 properties, and finally out of these 3 properties they decided to pick 2 properties, one priced at 80 lakhs and one priced at 75 lakhs, which was within their budget. But obviously the location is something which they have to figure out. They're yet to finalize on whether they should settle for a property in Thane West, which is close to the station, or they want to look for, or they should compromise on the commute and pick a property in Thane East, wherein they will get a larger place for a slightly lower price, but then that requires them to commute that 8 to 9 kilometers every day to the local train station. Recapping this episode for you, we talked about the various factors you should look for when you start thinking about buying a house. We talked about the factors you must consider when you're shortlisting a particular locality in which you want a property, and then the steps you should take to shortlist the developer who's going to be able to fulfill your requirements. And finally, we talked about the various benefits of RERA in terms of what you as a house owner, what all rights you get under RERA, and how non-compliance under RERA is actually a very costly proposition for the developer, which increases your faith in the fact that you can go ahead and pay for a house under construction today and it will be delivered to you on time. In the next episode, we will talk about understanding what exactly is down payment and how much of a down payment you should make and how you can go about funding that down payment. The Home Capital community assists and guides you successfully through your journey of home ownership. Join India's first community of home buyers and homeowners and take your step towards home ownership.